Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Rick Wallace. This is definitely not going to be a long one. It's the weekend, and we here at Rick Wallace Enterprises, which includes the Odyssey Project, the vessel through which we work in the inner city communities and Black communities. And we carry out our programs, research, think tanks. This is a weekend boost. This is a weekend where we're looking to boost fundraising efforts over the next couple of days for Black Men Lead. Black Men Lead is a rite of passage initiative I created well over a decade ago after putting in about 10 years of research into understanding African American and adolescent and young adult male violence. I learned that proper racial socialization is one of the most effective ways to reduce the proclivity to violence. It also reduces the dropout rate, which reduces incarceration rates. It also increases the chances of uh, a high level of pro-social activity, including business ownership, financial responsibility, and more. Um, it has proven to be one of the most effective tools in addressing this issue, which is a concern. Mental health issues within the Black community, especially among Black males, has been exacerbated. There are so many things going on that we are not giving enough attention to. And I've been talking about this for years. This is nothing new. This is something that we have talked about. I've written about it in at least four of my books, starting with the miseducation of Black youth in America, born in captivity, and others. So we are at a point now where we definitely need to amplify our efforts. We need to be more broader in our reach. We need to have the ability to uh, execute these programs on a larger scale. We need to be able to identify Black manhood. What does it mean? What does it require? How do we define it? How do we recognize it? It needs to stop being an ambiguous notion or idea, a concept, and it needs to be a universally understood uh, reality and identity for Black males. And it needs to be that for Black men. We need to know who we are. We need to know what's expected of us. We need to know how to carry it out. We need to know what we're developing into and understand the physiological changes and why they take place. But we also need that understanding to be clear to those outside of the race, so they understand exactly what a Black man is and who he is and how he moves and what he's willing to do to protect the things that matter to him. It's so important to understand this. In a world that seems to exclusively commodify us and not see the rest of the value in us, it leaves us in a place to where all we think we have to have is money, and it does something to us that minimizes our capacity. We need to be protectors before we're providers, actually, then providers, then promoters, then priests in our home, and then prophets as we speak to and over and on behalf of our family. There's so much that needs to happen. And so what I'm doing now is I'm challenging everybody um, to give. The goal here is $5,000. There are a lot of people who have amplified the theme that we cannot come together, that we cannot promote and support the things that actually work, that we jump behind the wrong things, all of these different things. I've talked about it. I want to prove that notion wrong. I want to prove that we can take an idea or a symbol like the movie that everybody's excited about, Wakanda Forever, and actually execute it in real life and use our gifts, our genius, our resources, and the valuable things we have at our disposal, beginning with some of the great minds that have produced works that we should be carrying out and executing. And so I'm challenging, let this be the time we hit the goal. The link is in the description box of wherever you're watching this at. If you want to just go and give, if you want to give via Cash App, that's in there. If you need to know a little bit more about what Black men is and how we operate and what we teach young Black males, There's a link in there for that. If you want to know about the organization as a whole, the work we do on all fronts, the link to the organization's official website is also in the description box. What we do need is to move from a point of debating, move from a point of empty discussion, move from a point of finger pointing and all of this other stuff that we do, and start taking action. We're in last place and the gap is widening. It's not like we're in last place and we're closing the gap. It's widening. And that means that something's awry. And it's our responsibility to fix it. It's our responsibility to say, yes, we do expect reparations, but we are prepared to move, operate, grow, and strengthen ourselves before we get it. We're not 100% totally dependent upon you paying us what you owe us. We're ready to take action and build so that we can, from a stronger position, demand it. And that is something that is so important. So again, I'm challenging everybody. If you believe in the work I do, from the research that we've done for 3 decades to the think tanks that have produced some unbelievable results, to the programs like Black Men Lead that I've personally designed and implemented and executed and proven work, then this is a time we need your support. It's great to have you guys stop by, like, view, and all of the stuff that you do on different platforms and show your love. Continue to do that. Continue to show your love. Continue to subscribe. Continue to like. But I tell you, everything is going to be based on what we have the capacity to implement and execute. And you know that does not come free. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day. Thank you for allowing me to have time to share with you on this weekend. I'm out.